Here we go. This is going to be number 1 experiment, recording the deep trance meditation reading.
Hi, I'm Heather, and I'm Jessica's conductor for the deep trance meditation reading. And some of the things that she got accurate for me, what on my health was my vitamin D deficiency, my thyroid issues, my hormonal menstrual issues, lower back pain and neck pain, that I need to show more self-love to myself. I don't need to always feel extremely happy all the time, that my sleeping is affecting my body, the way that I sleep. I have an autoimmune disease, and I had asked about what my old house that I lived in. She said that it had a triangular shape, that it was a fenced-in yard, dark siding, like a brownish dark siding, trees, and a pool. And then she did on the second body scan on the 65-year-old, that that their eyesight was not very good, that they had lower back pain, they watched the news a lot, and that they need energy clearing in the lower body. We are going to find out about the grief and possible chest pain and gut problems. Please clear the mind and inform us when the mind is clear.
The mind is clear.
Dear Lord, please protect this entity from any and all negative influences, regardless of source, and give us the information we seek of this inquiring mind through the manifestation of truth, intelligence, and love. Amen. Would you please allow your mind to go to whom, to what, to where, and to when it is directed? Would you please locate your conductor, Heather Lifshay, at 29800 Harper Avenue, St. Clair Shores, Michigan?
Entity is found.
Is all well with the form at the present time?
All is well, all is relaxed.
Please locate Heather Kokinas Lifshay, born May 31st, 1983.
Entity is found.
Could you please do a body scan of her body and bring up any concerns and what she could do to heal those concerning areas?
Entity appears in physical sound condition. Entity appears to have a need to strengthen her muscular body. She appears fatigued due to concerns with the thyroid, lack of vitamin D. There are hormonal malfunctions that appear to be caused by her menstrual change in the hormones. She feels achy at times and foggy and weak. Entity appears to be having pain in her lower back and right side, times in her neck, which may cause headaches. Her jaw feels tense due to resulting from anxiety and the inability to accept male authoritative figures. The entity appears tense, and the need to feel loved causes the entity to feel physical pain. The entity appears with her right hand over her heart and thyroid, opening up her heart chakra, utilizing her own energy to balance out any miscommunication happening in the nervous system and the glands, which does boost her ability to maintain and strengthens her energy field. However, the entity has manifested an imbalance a deficit where she doesn't feel serotonin or oxytocin as much as she should from she feels numb when she's trying to self-soothe. There may be some jarring in the neck on the right top vertebrae that are connecting to the brainstem. Possible strain the entity appears questioning why she doesn't feel the question is being researched. There is a hormone imbalance. Look into foods and activities that increase oxytocin and relieves menstrual imbalances. Cleanse the lymphatic glands. The stress may cause kidney stones. Calming the nervous system daily. Start exercising physically more. Strengthening the muscular skeletal system. Increasing vitamin D. enhancing the five senses with grounding techniques, truly feeling with all the senses as a practice every day, could be described as a sense of mindfulness, will help the entity feel more balanced and increase serotonin inhibitors. Smelling aromas that are familiar. Self-soothing with touch. Soft objects. Even boxing. The entity appears the need to release tension at a large scale. Continue stretching. Possible traction is needed on the vertebrae. Using affirmation for self-love. I am loved, I am supported, I am whole as I am. Learning to worship the self as a divine being. Understanding that her gifts come forth when she is in a neutral state. There's no need to feel extremely happy at all times. The entity appears to need to clear her chakras daily, her sacral, solar plexus, and root, lower vibrational fears, insecurities, and love the parts of her that desire her sexuality. Find balance, increasing confidence, with self-love. There may be a deficit with nutrition. May need to increase sources of vitamin D, the nutrients that come from dairy products. The entity appears to be lacking. Next question.
Can you tell me more about her neck? Is there something specifically that she can do to help her neck with the discomfort that she's feeling?
The entity appears to be using heat pad that will help alleviate any tension, traction from a chiropractic professional, stretching the right side's muscles appear to be more tense as the left appears more limber. There may be a large imbalance between the length of the left and right leg. Continue building up your musculoskeletal body with exercise and stretching. Continue building up the muscles in the core, There is a type of oil that appears, if rubbed in the area, will help reduce inflammation in the joints. Oregano. Various oregano products. The inflammation is from the body maybe attacking itself due to lack of nutrients. The head. Releasing stress from the jaw. The entity may be grinding her teeth when she sleeps or clenching and sleeping inappropriately for her alignment. Getting more structure with her pillow. Appropriate pillow for her neck. She may be sleeping crunched up on one side too much. Or right, possibly. Direction.
So another things that she's dealing with is acne on her face and sometimes on her body. Can you tell me what that is from and what she can do to help that?
The enemy appears to be having a reaction from her autoimmune, an autoimmune reaction due to stress. And purging. Drinking more fluids. And more detoxifying fluids. Allow the system to purge, cleaning out the lymph node glands with a cleansing mixture, combination of gingers and turmerics and roots of the like. Releasing inflammation. Appears to be discomfort in her own skin, one would say. Not feeling herself. As our energy bodies change, physical form changes. Change is inevitable. Learning to adjust to change more appropriately will assist in calming the nervous system. Releasing stress with appropriate salt baths. Learning to love the self in all its form. Many appears to be purging over the next several years. Different stress reactions may occur. Direction.
Can you also tell why she has had dry scalp?
Entity appears to have a skin reaction on her scalp when she goes through periods of fear and anxiety, as it manifests around her worrisome thoughts on her head. As the entity is directed to look inward, these worries are coming from fears around the people around her. There appears to be toxins in and around her hair. And as one would say, a curiosity that causes an itch of the toxins in her environment clashing with different energies around the entity. Using crystals to absorb and protect the energies around the entity, while using affirmation that one is safe and protected, soothing the nervous system with breath and relaxing, going inward when there is stress around the entity will naturally resolve the concern. Otherwise, using oils and less products that are toxic direction.
Could you name the spirit guides of this person that we were talking about?
Michael appears the entity has a connection which appears to be the Archangel Michael. As she is brought here as a warrior of light and is protected there appears to be light coming from a woman with white hair. There appears to be many names. Victoria. Or Angela. Even a Larry. They come in many forms. Most names are just sounds as they appear in light. Correction.
She's having a difficulty connecting with her spirit guides. Is there something that she can do differently to help connect easier?
Trinity appears to be meditating with crystals in her third eye area, opening up her crown and connecting her heart space, which will illuminate the ability to perceive the energies around her. They show themselves to her in other people, leading the way, providing those encouraging words, giving information on the path that she needs to be on. They appear in her dreams. Go into your heart space and listen. The voice within will come clear the more you follow what it tells you to do. Whether it's saying to call a friend or family member, or to stay in bed for the day. Clearing the mind and listening while in your heart space for that inner voice. It encourages you, brings you good memories. Direction.
There's a video that Heather recorded of her son singing a Christmas concert about 3 years ago. They were singing a fruitcake song. Can you locate the video?
It appears being watched. Direction.
She cannot find the video. She thought maybe it was in her computer. It wasn't in her computer. She thought it was maybe in another phone. Can you tell me where she could possibly find the video?
It appears to be in a closet, in a folder, in a box where there's papers, possibly have been dropped, or may have been placed within a stack of papers that were put away as the entity was organizing the child appeared to have it in his hands as well. Maybe there may be memory of the video electronically. It could be searched on the devices used. But it appeared on a bed or a stack of papers. That was then put away. Some type of filing box or storage place. Direction?
Can you tell me what device it was recorded on? She thought maybe it was her phone or her husband's phone or maybe her camera. But she's unsure.
It definitely appears to be a camera. The recorder appears to be a camera. But the it may have been deleted. Direction.
Going back to Heather at 6 years old when she lived at 690 Ingle, Detroit, Michigan. Can you explain what her house looked like?
The house appears two-story with an attic. The house appears with a triangular front. Brown brick green with different colors. With a garage. Facing the door to the right. There appears to be trees in the back or on the sides. The roof appears old. Small front yard. Possibly fenced in backyard. With a small, may have been a patio or deck or sidewalk in the backyard. There may have been what appeared to be a possible pool or trampoline at different times, toys. Direction.
Could you please locate? He was born November 26th. I'm unsure on the year. He's about 65 years old. He lives in Clinton Township, Michigan.
Identity is found.
Could you do a body scan on him and tell me if there are any concerning areas and what he can do to help the concerning areas?
Kennedy appears to have problems with his eyesight. Lower back pain. Coughing. Sore prostate or enlarged prostate, or possible problems with his stomach. Arthritis. He has his hand on his chest. Pain in his chest or lungs. Vanity appears to be experiencing anxieties and stress, which are debilitating on the body. Possible grief. He appears to be going through slight depression. Although he seems to be smiling. stay busy when he should be resting. And may have some cognitive delays at times where he's having some problem with his memory or fogginess. And he appears to be saying, just doing what I gotta do, as he works and continues to find things to occupy his time, avoiding his stress. Muscular aches at times in his joints. Then he appears to be taking supplements, however should get his nutrition intake reassessed. The entity appears to be eating too much meat, not enough vegetables, not enough water. The entity would benefit from deep breathing, as he appears to be taking shallow chest breaths. The entity should learn how to calm his mind through meditation to relieve his nervous system of stressors. He appears to be focusing on the negative or watching the news too much. Some would say just focusing on the material world too much, which has definitely had a stress reaction in his body with the toxins that he's ingested. Entity would benefit from a probiotic for his stomach. His enzymes help clear out any gut bacteria. Making sure that he clears out his sacral and root chakras from any energy disturbances if the prostate is not already ill. Entity needs more leafy greens in his diet. Should start to exercise and stretch appropriately with deep breathing into his being, clearing out his sacral and root chakras specifically, and heart and throat areas. Entity appears needing more rest and less caffeine. Direction.
Going to his lower back, can you tell me what he can specifically do to help relieve the pain in his lower back?
Entity appears to overexert himself and have inflammation. And he appears needing to drink more water and stretch appropriately, utilizing a yoga to strengthen his core and stretch out his lower back, child's pose daily, stretching, the energy channels around his root area need cleared, and his sacral area, which will help with pain. Energy healing, essential oils rubbed on the affected area, utilizing a qi gong to open up meridians or acupuncture, relieving pressure to prevent any further manifestation of illness in the area. Direction.
Please locate
Divinity is found.
approximately him in January 2000. Him and 3 friends were in a snowstorm in Belle Isle, Detroit, Michigan. There was a blue sphere that came from the sky and shot down onto the ground, and the truck shut off, and he felt an electrical current go through his body. Can you tell me what happened?
Divinity appears to be intuitively seeing through what may have others have explained that had happened. The first thing that comes up is a disruption in the appears that the vehicle turned off for protection. It was a divine intervention. It appears to have been a down power line. However, the entity appears to have been experiencing a time where he was seen into a parallel reality, having a slight spiritual awakening at the time of a possible past life memory, and a time when he was enlightened. This may have spurred or accelerated his energy field. The memory triggered his DNA to awaken slightly, to be able to start feeling the energies around him as he remembers who he really is, as this situation has happened numerous times in his ancestral memory. Memories of communicating with other life forms and channeling information. Memories of seeing through the veil. He has had a history, himself and family members, of seeing or witnessing various encounters of sorts. This situation triggered these memories within his DNA as he was experiencing a form of PTSD in the moment. Which caused him to search for answers. This here is a divine intervention which needed to occur for him to begin to awaken on his spiritual journey, as it opened up his chakras or his third eye and heightened his ability to foresee future events as he is remembering his past events simultaneously. Direction.
So the blue light that came from what appeared to be the sky, was it was over the water? Are you saying that it was a down powered line? The light came from the down powered line?
The light appears as a reflection. There were many things that occurred in a pattern that triggered a memory within him of an event in his DNA. The light was a reflection. The light triggered the light within him as an upgrade, or one may say a download of information. The light is neither here nor there. It was a divine intervention that he saw the light, but it was not the light itself was not the cause of his upgrade or the reason his truck failed. There was a series of events that needed to occur. It was a mirror of his own energy field, a memory that connected with the light, that reminded him of what appeared to be something more than it was. The important thing is that it occurred. There are many portals around Detroit. Stargates, some would say. He has memories of these. Direction.
So what was the cause of the car shutting off?
The car over appeared to have appears too much gas going through. Possibly when there's too much gas going through certain parts of the engine, it will shut off. As when he pressed on the brake, and the car appears to die. It lost connection. The entity's own energy field appeared to have manifested this car to stop, as he needed to experience this in this moment, as he drained the battery with his own energy, or pulled the current with his own energy field, as he was receiving this upgrade. As if he was going through time where everything stops besides your awareness. He was a conduit direction.
Please remove any and all negative influences from this entity now.
It is done.
Allow any healing which may take place to take place now.
It is done.
Please begin raising body temperature and blood pressure to normal gradually now.
It is done.
Please awaken feeling refreshed and relaxed.
It is done.
So what do you think about that stuff?
I think that a lot of it was on the right track, for sure. It's a lot of information. So, I mean, you definitely were right about a lot. You know what I mean? Like, I can't think of anything that you said that that my physicalness that wasn't on the right track.
Okay. So can you name some things that you feel like are right on?
Well, you had said about the vitamin D, which I've been told that, and I don't take it as like when I go to the doctors, they tell me that the vitamin D, I need to take that. My neck, I'm always kind of struggling. Like sometimes my neck gets real tight. My thyroid, my hormonal imbalances with my menstruals and my and the sleeping thing, which makes a lot of sense because I thought that too. So it seems like you got a lot of that. You were correct with a lot of that stuff. Let me see. Releasing discomfort in my own skin. Not feeling comfortable with myself. Just a lot. I mean, it seemed like a lot of it could be based upon how I feel about myself, which is definitely a struggle I have. With liking myself. So yeah, that was good.
Okay.
Pretty on point.
Is there anything that you didn't know about yourself that you learned? I mean, or remedies that you could try, or anything that you didn't know?
There was a lot of information, and I think so. I think I just probably, it was difficult for me to kind of write it all down. I have been doing salt baths. You had said salt baths. I guess with my neck, I've always kind of wondered, and I think I did forget to ask that question, if it was more of like an emotional thing or if it was a physical thing, but it seems to be a lot of the things that I have are causing me emotional manifesting things. So I question that, like, are my emotional feelings causing my body to do things? And it seems like it gave me an answer, kind of yes. I mean, other things obviously as far as like nutrition and stuff like that, but I asked about my scalp, which you had said, because right before like all this had happened, like when we were going through the shutdown and everything, I'd noticed my scalp was getting so bad, probably the worst it's like ever been. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? And you had said that it was that my scalp will, I react with, I'm having trouble with fear and anxieties, and it's calmed down a lot throughout, obviously, like the healings and stuff that I'm doing and feeling, more better as time moves on. So that was interesting that you said that.
Okay.
Because that made sense. I was like, oh yeah, let's